Okay, so this is the pattern for a face mask, a big size and a small size. So basically what's important is, this is the pattern. So you look at these lines here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when we have a pattern, we also need a seam allowance, which is the part that you cut extra when you cut it out onto the fabric. And that's very important because you need that extra allowance to help you sew. So basically, I wrote down the centimeters on each side, which you have to add extra onto this before cutting out the fabric. What I like to do is I like to cut out the pattern on this line, on the original size that I need in the end after it's sewn. And then on the fabric, I add this amount with chalk or pencil, depending on what fabric you have. So 1 centimeter on these 3 sides, and on this one 2 centimeters because we need to double roll it in at the end. That's the big size, and the same goes for the small. The small is just the smaller size. What's very important when you put it on a fabric is you need to look at the grain line. The grain line is the line of the fabric, which is the weave, and you have to make sure that this line here has to be on the straight line of the fabric, which I will demonstrate later. So now I will show you what it would look like if you add on the allowance. Okay, so now you see I have cut out my pattern without the seam allowance, and this is what it will look like. Yeah, so I don't have the seam allowance on this one, but then this is the pattern that I need, and this is my grain line. Next, you need your fabric. I chose this one, and basically the correct side of the fabric has to be folded inside, because the outside is the part where you will draw and where you will place the pattern on, but it has to be on the wrong side because you don't want the lines to show on the correct side of the fabric. So now when you fold it over nicely, these ends have to line up correctly, completely, all the way. Yes? So then you take your pattern. This, by the way, is your grain line, and this is your grain line. Yeah? So your threads go down here and like that. It's very important because like that, there is no stretch. No stretch. But like this, it stretches. And we don't want that for our face masks to stretch in the wrong way and disform. So basically, you have your pattern here. I want to place it correctly with this line parallel to this 90-degree angle. Thinking in my mind now that I need the seam allowance 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter here, and 2 centimeters here, and 1 centimeter here. So I will place it around here, and then I will start chalking in all the way. Two centimeters, 2 centimeters, here I need 1 centimeter, and this is 1 centimeter. That is then your pattern. This is the line that you cut on. So next step is to sew this line on both of them here, on your front and your back. When both are done, then you open this one, and here on the inside one that goes inside, you fold over 1 centimeter and you fold over 2 centimeters, and then you sew along here. So now I've sewn here. Now we put the inside together with the outside. So now we've put it together. To make sure that you align this with this. It has to be like that. Now you sew along this line 1 centimeter, so all the way through, and then also on this one all the way through. "15 centimeters long each, and you put one here, and then this other one right here, and sew right here. Right, so now as you see here, it's sewn down. And now we have just got to fold it in once and twice.